Hi everybody, hope you're all well and enjoying the cozy weather. Today's lessons from sessions is around this idea of emotional mastery maybe, but really beginning to understand ourselves when these difficult emotions pulsate through our body. So there are two words that I'm going to use today in this, and I really want you to maybe understand them and see how they happen for you. And the first word is the embedded, the understanding of what is embedded. Now, what does that mean? Embedded is something that got embedded inside in our tissues, in our sense of ourselves, in our felt sense, in our somatic self, in our emotional self. Something that got repeated over and over, something that happened that was traumatic, something that happened that was difficult. And this embedded sense or feeling literally got embedded in the body and has stayed there. And that feeling, that emotion, that somatic, that thought, that belief, whatever it is that got embedded, has probably been around for quite a long time. And I know that's true for the clients that I see. But the problem with what gets embedded is that it often gets forgot. Now therein lies the first problem. What has become embedded has got forgotten. Time moves on, but that doesn't leave. That embedded emotion, that embedded somatic, whatever the totality of that difficult experience is still in the body. It's still in the system. It has just been forgotten by the mind until, that is, that it becomes embodied once more. Now, what is the difference? Embodied is when we revisit what has been embedded. Embodied is whenever we've embedded something, maybe in childhood. Embodied is whenever we are experiencing it with the same force, with the same pain, with the same response, with the same nervous system activation. It becomes embodied in this mind, in this time, in this place, in this now, in this adulthood. And this embodiment is because of what got embedded, but yet we don't see it like that because we don't remember it. We don't remember it as in the totality that we're experiencing it now. And what happens is we then only see it through our adult consciousness. We see it through these adult eyes. We see it, feel it through this adult body. We feel it, we understand it, we can touch it through this adult sense of self. And that's what becomes so difficult, because what has become embedded is gone from our memory, and we're now living it in this true embodied sense inside ourselves, not understanding it, not knowing how to even articulate it, believing it with all its glory because we're feeling it. And not only that, when something that was embedded gets embodied, what we tend to do, what the human condition will do, is it will look for the truth of it in the now. So it'll scan, your eyes will scan your world to see why you're feeling this way, to see what it is, to verify it, to source it, to see what it can do. So there's an awful lot of internal scramble that goes on when a feeling or an experience becomes embodied. And what happens is that we don't tend to see it as it is. We don't tend to see it as it is something embodied. We are embedded. We see it as something that is real and true. And that is the first thing that I will do with a client, is it will separate the then and the now. Will separate the embedded from the embodied. Yes, it is coming back. Yes, it is feeling fully in this experience of this now. Yes, it is pulsating through your body. Yes, it is dictating what you say, what you see. And yes, it is confirming back to you what you feel. But the separation, the understanding of this embodied experience that you're having in this moment, and partly understanding if that is the case now, Because for some people, this embodied experience is quite literally because of the experience in the now. But a lot of it from the lessons and sessions is because there is something embedded in the past that is pulsating through the body in the now. And I'm asking you to differentiate. I'm asking you to ask yourself, is this embodiment in me a part of what got embedded and I'm only coming to terms with it? And I'm being able to experience it properly, process it properly for the first time. These are the things that happen every day in session. These are the things that happened to me when I began to embody what got embedded. When I began to embody and allow that embodiment through, these are the things that happened. And the quicker that I understood the difference between the two was whenever I was able to understand the embodiment of what was happening. I hope that makes sense to you. If you have any questions whatsoever, please let me know. It's such an important, it's a complex conversation to have in 3-4 minutes. It's such an important distinction. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Take care. Bye-bye.